Hello and welcome to another video from the beautiful Czech capital of Prague. We're here close to Zelivskeho Station on the Green Line, and we're going to be going through Prague looking for some wonderful and weird things to see. So let's get on with this tour. Here's some footage of me trying to do my normal intro outside the station itself and getting absolutely drowned out by sirens. I thought you'd enjoy that. Let's go and take a look inside Zelivskeho Station itself. Here you can see the different ticket options. You've got 30 minutes or 90-minute journeys, as well as a 24-hour or 72-hour ticket. I'm using the longer one because I'm here for a few days, filming for you guys. The eagle-eyed among you, and there are a lot on the previous Prague videos, which is great for engagement, will have noticed that there's a message board in the subway station saying that there is a service disruption on the end part of the Green Line, or Line A, so that's why we're starting at Zelivskeho today. And the first thing I noticed was this glamorous cemetery. Can you call a cemetery glamorous? I don't know. Maybe it's a sign of things to come in this video. Kind of morbid, but really the work that's gone into some of these headstones is really impressive, and this is a huge cemetery that runs between this and the next station, Flora. So the situation is pretty messy on the Green Line. I think we should be able to follow it fairly coherently from now. I've decided to walk between the first station to the next one, Flora, and then I think the one after that is closed. After that we'll be in the city centre and out towards the west where the airport is, so it should be pretty smooth sailing from now, but could be famous last words. Here's a handy map of the stations that we're going to or passing today. A total journey of about 12.7 kilometres. The actual full line is around 17, with those stations that are affected by the disruptions. It's by far the hottest day here in Prague so far. The apps are saying it's 28, but some of the street signs are saying it's 33, 34. I think it is more like early 30s based on how hot and sweaty it is. Hopefully that's going to mean some beautiful videography around the site, but it's also going to be me, sweaty mess by the end. And in the background of that last clip, you can hear why I had to re-record the intro because of all of the sirens. A lot going on down the street. So after a short walk, we've reached the next station, Flora, which is handily right next to a massive shopping centre. Time to stock up on drinks, food and aircon to help survive this journey. Let's go down and catch the metro. To start off with, we're going to take a short ride a couple of stations to Namesti Miru. I'm giving the pronunciations of the Czech stations the best whirl that I can, trying to copy them from the metro announcements, but I noticed here more than any of the other places that I've been, people are very on it in the comments about that. After a short journey, here we are at our next station, where there's a good selection of baked products to try. Yum yum. And then up the steps and out of the metro to see what is outside. Whew. This is such a nice area. Beautiful little square to sit in. Big old church there, the trams passing by, beautiful apartment buildings by the looks of it. It's a really nice area, this. We'll see if we can have a look in the church in a minute. I'm kind of just enjoying sitting here, trying to catch my breath after how hot it is. I also feel like Namesti Miru sounds like it should be on Pokemon. I don't know. What do you think? Probably a dangerous question to ask here, but actually it means Peace Square, and it is really peaceful, beautiful place to sit. And it would probably be rude not to take a look inside the church. This neo-Gothic Catholic church is the Basilica of St. Ludmila. It was originally built between 1888 and 1892 based on the plans of Joseph Mocker and named in honour of St. Ludmila of Bohemia. It looks as though the time has come for us to move on to the next station. And here we are, exiting at Namesti right by the river. And basically, just like pretty much everywhere in Prague, look how pretty it is. This beautiful neo-Renaissance style building is the Rudolfinum. It's long been associated with music and art since its opening in 1885, and currently the Czech Philharmonic Orchestra are based in the building. It's now time for us, well, me, to bask in this beautiful weather on Manasov Most, or Mains Bridge. Everyone needs a bit of a tourist selfie or potential thumbnail, right? So we're walking across the bridge between Namesti Miru on one side and Malostranska station on the other side. Charles Bridge is here, may walk over that later, but for now we're going to head towards Prague Castle. I have been there before, can't remember exactly how to get there, but we'll have a go at getting up there and then continue our subway journey. It's absolutely boiling now. I think it's getting hotter and hotter. It's like heat stroke waiting to happen. But the stunning hot weather and blue skies make for beautiful views both sides of the river. So I decided to go and put my head in the sprinklers in the park and then sit in the shade for a little bit, because it is actually seriously hot, and the further we get into the day, it seems definitely here in the Czech Republic, or Czechia as they might want to be called now, at about 4 o'clock always seems to be the hottest rather than 1 to 3. Seems like it just gets hotter and hotter throughout the afternoon till about 4, half 4. So yeah, I'm sheltering under a tree, and then I'm considering just cheating and getting a tram up the hill because it is really hot. If you think I should get a tram up the hill, if you like cheating, hit the like button. If you think I should walk, also hit the like button. Anyway, we'll work out how we're going to get there. As you probably guessed, we're going to take the tram up the hill and make use of Prague's brilliant integrated transport system. This is Vltavska Station, which we're going to be sliding on past in the tram. This is a really nice and scenic tram ride. It only takes a few minutes, I think about 5 minutes, and a couple of stops, and that takes you up to the top end of Prague Castle and the beautiful Royal Garden. Time to feel the royalty vibes and cruise around this stunning garden. I think this is a great choice if you're more of a chill type tourist. I was surprised how many people were just sitting on benches in quiet areas of the garden, just relaxing, enjoying the peace and quiet. Obviously I was running around quite quickly getting footage, but if you are quite a chill person, I think you could zen out here. There are also some stunning views of the castle from this side as well. Apparently there's a novel in all of us, and I think if I was going to write mine I would definitely sit here and be inspired by the beautiful scenery, but for now we've got to move on. So it's back through the maze-like gardens and towards the tram stop. You can see on the tram timetable the station that you need to get off at for this. It's just Prague Castle and it's underlined. So taking tram 22 up was definitely the easiest way to get up to the level of the castle. There's a lot more you can obviously walk around and see and go inside there, but we do not have time for that because it's already almost 6 o'clock. So I'm going to try, you should visit yourself, and then I'm going to try and get to Vltavska Station next, which I think is down this street and right. And then we're going to go towards the end of the green line. We might come back for something else, who knows? The other place that I was alluding to there is actually going to appear in another video. After videos from Vienna and Bratislava, there's going to be more of a behind the scenes full trip video coming on the channel. But there was a clue on the tram timetable as to where I might be going in that one. If you've worked out where that might be, feel free to put it in the comments. Cute little train station there. This area is giving upmarket, shall we say. A little bit further, I don't know, considering it's close to the castle, it feels like really far from Prague. It feels like more of a far out area, but a nice one. Anyway, we're going to go to Vltavska metro station because it is over here where the green sign is. I don't know what this mini sort of little turrety castle-y building with graffiti all over it is. I've just seen somebody having a pee next to it. Not surprising because there's just no toilets anywhere. Okay, so we're going to go back into the metro. It's hard to even speak today because it's so hot. We're going to go back on the metro, hit up a couple more stops, and then get to the end of the green line. Remember in a previous video when I told you that British people talk about weather all the time? Wasn't lying, was I? Although I think I might have even surprised myself with how much I talk about it. If I ever come back to Prague again, which hopefully I will, it's one of my favourite cities, I would definitely like to explore this particular area a bit more. But for now we're going back down into the metro to continue this subway journey. For a fairly central station, relatively, it seemed really quiet. It would be quite interesting to see the ridership statistics and how many people use this station each day. We're now heading to our next port of call, Nemocnice. And yes, for those that always point out skipping, we did skip a station. It was announced in the metro announcement, and we're now at Nemocnice, which if you're a legend and watch every video on the channel, you'll know that this is a good way to get from Prague airport, because you'll have already seen the video. If you're staying anywhere near a Green Line station in Prague, really simple, head here, straight up the escalator, and you will see all the 119 buses that you need to get. You can also hop on here with the same ticket that you're already using, presumably if it's a 90-minute, 24-hour or 72-hour. If you're on a 30-minute ticket, you might want to check because this ride is going to take about 17 or 18 minutes. Okay, so very simple to get to the bus. Just come out of the metro station, go as far left as possible on the exits, and it just comes up right next to bus 119. So actually slightly easier than the yellow line one, which there's also a video as well. If you are staying on the yellow line, it might be easier to get to that, although then you've got to find the bus in the station. Still not too bad, but that was really easy. So now we're going to head to the final station on the Green Line and wrap this up. And boom, here we are at the last station, Nemocnice Motol. Named after the nearby Motol University Hospital, this station was added to Line A, or the Green Line, as part of an extension in 2015. I have to say that this is one of my favourite stations on the line. Obviously it's relatively new, but as a surface station, the fact that they've used this domed glass panel effect, beautiful colours, beautiful light, it's just really nice, considering it's a hospital station anyway. Perhaps unsurprisingly, the area directly around the metro station is mainly roads, transport links, and the hospital itself. This is a large teaching hospital and is in fact the biggest medical facility in Czechia and one of the largest in Europe. As much as I'd love to do some kind of hospital deep dive, I'm actually incredibly squeamish and hate hospitals, so the size of it doesn't really matter. I think it's time to wrap this up. Okay, well that's it for this video. So if you liked it, hit like, subscribe, comment, all of those things. That helps the channel to grow and helps to get more of these videos from more places. And if you sat there thinking, well, what am I going to watch next? Here's some options on the screen. You can also tap my face to subscribe for free and help grow the channel. See you in the next one.